and just kind of share, I guess, their kind of journey. A little bit about the film that maybe inspired you, or the kind of artist, and then that person gets the opportunity to choose somebody else's model, preferably one that you kind of enjoy, and then that person can come to the front and say a few words about their model as well. It's much more interesting for you guys to hear what each other have been up to, rather than me kind of drone on about them all. So let's go, who was the creator of the mushroom? Excellent! Did you eat lots of special types of mushrooms before you kind of produced your model? Okay, so can you, I don't know, share with us your inspiration?
Okay, so I was thinking more of like Alice. They have really funky little mushrooms all over the place. And then there's like, can't pronounce, like Dr. Paracelsus? I don't even know. That guy. That's the one. Yeah, like he has like a really, it's all like vivid and colourful and yeah.
A word that you'll come across a lot is the idea of iteration. So have you made kind of small maquettes before you've made your kind of, I guess, what might be perceived as a final piece, or do you just kind of go, we haven't got much time, this is what we're going to kind of work towards?
Yeah, it's kind of more like that. I was like, I'm going to make a mushroom. How do I make a mushroom? I've got like blocks of styrofoam. I was like, I'm going to just roll with it. This kind of happened. And I was like, I can't really do architecture and buildings and stuff, so I thought I'll get like the basic shape and just make it more colourful, so they kind of look like crystals.
Well, thank you very much for sharing with us your mushroom. It's a model, and then we can invite that person to say a few words about theirs. Maybe come this way. Come this way. And choose something from somewhere. This one? So would you like to tell us a little bit about your kind of inspiration?
I looked at someone called Joanna Vas something, and she had a lot of Vasconcelos, and she had a lot of blue and orange, and I really like blue and orange together, so I thought I'd go with that. And also, I've been watching a lot of Batman recently.
Excellent!
And all the buildings in there are really slanted, and I liked it, so I did a lot of slants. And also, there was a lot of wool in her stuff, and I liked that, but I'm not really a wool person, so I thought I'd just kind of lay it out, you know.
Volcanic, wasn't it?
Yeah, more volcanic than like
Make sure you've got a prompt there, gently looking towards. So just quickly, and I guess you'll all perceive these things very differently. Do you imagine that that's a landscape to be inhabited, where somebody would be quite small, or do you imagine it's just an object, an art object to be viewed?
Oh, like tiny people were in this.
So you'd imagine it to be a landscape that would somehow be inhabited.
And this is meant to be kind of like cloud of like stars. It's all a bit abstract, really, but.
Great, thank you very much indeed. Okay, now you get the opportunity to choose somebody's model. And remember, we have straight in. Right, excellent. You're all very, very colourful. So who's the owner of this one here?
And others like I always like to draw like some complicated lines.
Yeah. So how did it come together as a composition? So you found these objects, or you made them? What did you decide?
I made them.
Okay.
I can't exactly say what inspired me, but I just think of it something, and that comes together.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, so I think what's interesting is that we have I don't know, two people that have had the same artist as a starting point, and yet the kind of interpretations are very, very different. Whether you've kind of found the objects and used it like kind of bricolage or collage and brought the things together, whether everything is kind of made in a kind of bespoke fashion. I know the young lady that came to the front has very quickly disappeared, and that's absolutely fine. So on your behalf, I'm going to choose this one. Who's the maker of this one? Or would you like me to say a few words on your behalf as to why I enjoy it? Excellent choice, well done, lovely. Okay. So, I really rather like the kind of sculptural forms. Now, of course, I don't know if all of these kinds of sculptural forms are things that you've made in the workshop, maybe with the help of Ben or Simon, or whether some of these are things that you've found. It looks quite kind of Gaudi-esque. Who was your influence?
I looked at Metropolis, and I also I asked Jill whether I could look at some influence of my own, and I decided to look at Mirror Mask, which is a film produced by Jim Henson. So it was after he died.
Yeah.
It was kind of inspired by that, and it was quite used quite a lot of organic colours, and I really wanted to bring that out within the organic structures and the shapes of the wood, and also looking at the properties that it had. So really bringing out the grain of the wood and looking at kind of going with the natural forms that it took.
So you mentioned colour. Your model is very, I mean, it's kind of tonal. So I don't know if do you guys get a chance to kind of, I don't know, the spaces that you're working in, kind of light them and take photographs of them, so you can kind of control the way that the light might fall and the shadow might kind of create additional spaces. Do you get a chance to do that?
We got a chance to work with Katie from
Yes.
Space, and she was able to take photos for us in a professional environment, and we were able to talk to her about how we wanted it to, the shadows and everything to affect how it's been.
Who favoured their photographs to the kind of, I don't know, the kind of physical model? Because the models are just tall, really, or somebody be brave. You want to be brave, I know you do. Excellent, well done, you're being brave. So where's your model?
Right. It's not that good to be honest, but
It doesn't matter, that's fine. So did you...
I did actually favour it from taking pictures.
Yeah, okay.
I guess it just looked a bit more proportional
Yeah.
in a way. Yeah.
And so when you were photographing it, was the idea of mass something that you were trying to communicate through the photographs?
A little bit. It was kind of just to make it look a bit more, I don't know, realistic in a way.
Okay.
Photographing, but that's what that was. Yeah.
So you may get the chance to choose somebody's model, because I've talked to him for a few moments. And don't forget, there's loads of lovely models. Can you see all of the anxious customers wanting their model to be chosen? Tell us about your model. That's what I want to know.
I sort of got the idea from when I went to library, sort of looked in some architecture books, and then I saw some buildings that had like slopes and stuff like that, so I decided to sort of go with that. And there was one by the sea, so I thought I might take inspiration from that, doing a cliff.
Yep.
So then I got polystyrene and just put mod rock to painted it, and then I got plywood, and I basically just glued and pinned it to build the frame, and then I got like popsicle sticks and glued them on to make it look a bit like a planks or something like that, and then I got bark to make it look like a cedar roof.
So yours may be quite different from a few of the others that we've seen, in that you're imagining this in a very particular type of landscape, and this is actually a kind of model of a building very much that you would imagine someone might inhabit.
Yeah.
So who's going to inhabit it? Who's the character that inhabits it? You might have to wing it a bit, I don't know, make someone
I
up.
would say probably like someone that enjoys being by the sea, maybe like a fisherman
Yeah.
or something like that. I don't know.
Okay. And do you imagine it would be a space that would allow that person to, I don't know, sleep by the coast, or would they have some belongings there? Is it a bit like a beach hut, I guess, that you might have?
I'd say like, yeah, someone that lives there, so they can just like, they occupy it. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how they get down there.
Abseil, very athletic, got very long legs. All to do is just have a kind of good look at the different responses that have kind of been made to the same brief. For those of you that are possibly interested in studying, I don't know, a design discipline that's related to the built environment, whether that's architecture or interior architecture, I would encourage you to come up into the building on occasion and obviously have a look round. On the business, yeah, okay. So, although we've kind of have a fleeting moment here, if you are very much kind of interested in studying either architecture or interiors, then there will be moments when you move into the second year of your course where you might well come and join us and do some activities with us, with some of the guys from kind of Farnham, Rochester and Epsom. But in the meantime, the kind of first year studio is kind of up kind of through towards where Katie is at the moment. So you're more than welcome to have a kind of little look around there and ask some of the students how busy they've been since they've joined us. And I'm sure you'll find that they'll say that they've all been extremely busy, but they're all terribly motivated as well. Okay, I'm going to shut up now.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can I say one thing? You were talking about characters and individuals and how people see who's living in what environment. What they're going to do now, that's being asked to do, is because we've got lens-based coming up, is to actually create a narrative and an event character that comes from their space. So it's quite relevant what you were saying when asking those questions.